Hello everyone, today's video is on 6 different round focal beads. To start off with, let me explain what a focal bead is. It's a type of bead in the whole set you want to be the focus, the first thing that grabs attention. Now this is the first design and I'm going to be using my fettling knife predominantly for most of it, and also a hacksaw blade in one of the designs, which you'll probably see in the video. So this one just uses the fettling knife. If you do not have a fettling knife, you can also use a regular knife and it just works perfectly fine. So this kind of a this bead has this kind of a conical shaped petal design on either sides, and this is a hollow brass pipe, rather a tube that I use for making holes. I think a few of you have asked me about this as well. Again, this is probably something that I think I picked up online. I'll try and leave a link to this as well in the description box, so kindly take a look at that. So this is on to the next bead design. So I'm again using a fettling knife for this and drawing 8 lines, equally dividing this particular bead into 8 equal parts. Almost like a nellikai, a gooseberry kind of a design, I think I've shared that particular video long back, like I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I repeat this particular design on the alternate parts of this particular bead, and it really looks very nice. In fact, this is one of my favorites amongst all of the 6 designs that I'm going to share. So that gets repeated. And then with the blunt end of the knife, I just redo the lines for more depth. Now this actually makes a big difference. I'm not sure, how many of you out there realize it. But, if you're a terracotta jewelry artist, you must try and give this a go. If you have never tried it, it does enhance, rather gives it more depth, which also makes the entire design look really nice. Moving on to the next one. Again, going with my fettling knife. So this one has about 5 such lines drawn around the bead. One in the center and 2 on either sides of that particular line. I begin by doing a crisscross or a zigzag kind of a design in this manner. Now when I am working on designs, one of the things that I also do is I also plan a little bit of the painting part. Why I do that is sometimes if there's just too many things, and if things are getting too crowded, one thing that happens is I might have to probably stick to just one color most of the time if if the design is too crowded. A second thing is it might also confuse things a little bit, like sometimes if you do not color it well, or if the designs are just too fine and too minute, sometimes just keeping it simple and plain is nice. And in this case, for example, I kind of want to use like at least 2 or 3 colors, and I have that in mind, and dividing these into definite spaces like this just allows me to use those colors in the right manner. So I'm going about doing that, that line thing again, because it just increases the depth, redoing the whole, because when you work on designs, the whole does get a little distorted. So just repeat the whole. Now I'll just cut off that excess because it just gives the bead a neater finish if it's nice and neat. Also, while assembling, it doesn't look out of place. There you go. Now on to the next design. Like I said, a lot of the bead designs basically uses the fettling knife. And once again, please hear me out that I think a lot of you have concerns with regard to a fettling knife, and if you're not able to procure it, believe me, a regular knife works perfectly fine. Just works perfectly fine. In fact, for a long time, I used to use only a regular knife, and only when I got this, I started using this. That's all. But I have a video on my YouTube channel where I've also compared a fettling knife to a regular knife, and shared that particular video. I'll link that as well in the description box below. So those of you who want to take a look at it, kindly take a look at it. And yeah. So this one is another really pretty design. This is especially when it's painted, painted in the right set of colors, it'll look really lovely. It's got almost a very floral feel to it. There you go. On to the next one. So I'm dividing this particular bead into 4 parts. So I'll have 4 spaces, 4 equal spaces to design, put my designs in. This is just a ballpoint pen refill. This one's a nozzle. This is something that I got. I think a few of you have asked me about this as well. So this is no tool, that is something that I've bought. It's just something I got free with an adhesive packet. I think when I was in the US, I picked up an E6000 tube, and along with that, this was also there. A bunch of these were there in that same pack. So it's basically for precision application of the glue or the adhesive. That's why that was provided. So that's the nozzle from that. On to the next one. So this is a hacksaw blade. I think most of you have probably seen this. I think every hardware store will have this. This is like a really easy design, and the outcome, the texture that it gives is fantastic. Keep the painting just single color, and look really nice. So there you go. These are the lovely 6 focal beads. They're beautiful, really easy to make, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please do let me know what you think of the video in the comments. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.